What's up, YouTube? Double R here, RC Richie. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tiny tire, tiny review. This is where I like to source out small tires because there's not a whole lot out there. And I generally like to stay around the 55 millimeter or below. So today we have some DJ crawlers. These were originally picked up directly from their website, and the reason why these intrigued me because these were made from butyl rubber, and automatically as soon as I took these out the package, man, that strong smell of rubber smelled like somebody was lighting them up. But yeah, I'm excited to finally try these. I just kind of had to see what rim or vehicle was going to go on these, but one thing I'm going to note is the compound is super soft. Kind of reminds me of the LGRPs. So with that being said, these were the inserts that were inserted in them. And man, these things are not good. No bueno. So we decided to take these inserts out that I had in these. And these were 64 millimeter. So these were the inserts that matched up to that. But as you can see, we made them fit. We cut the outer ring out. One thing to know when you are using these Endura silicone inserts, you can customize them by getting some more conformity out of them. What you can do is you can trim every other lug and you'll get some more squish out of them. But being as though these were rated up to, I think, a 64 millimeter, we had to trim out the outer ring. And I do have them in yellow and green. So I generally, being as though these is a heavy brass wheel, I like to run the green in the rear and yellow up front. Get some more squish up front. But yep, I'm excited to try these. Hopefully they don't let us down. And let's see what the difference is between the butyl rubber versus some of their other compounds. So let's see, today's test vehicle, being as though these are 55 by 22. I think the best subject would be Echo. Echo is running trenchers right now. Absolutely love trenchers. You heard me say it before, I'm going to say it again. My favorite tire. But one thing I'm going to say about trenchers is they're not super scale looking. They're a little balloony. And I wish they came a little bit smaller. I believe once you measure out a trencher, it might be about a 57 millimeter. So we're going to bump down to the 55 by 22. And I think we're gaining some width. I believe a trencher as well is let me grab my caliper real quick. I believe a trencher might be a 20 millimeter. Either 20 or 19. Yeah, I'll probably say that 20, 21, give or take between each treads. But yeah, so I'm excited. We're gonna try these. Let's throw these bad boys on. Okay, there we go. Gotta fit it. Man, these wheels look great on this as well. But one thing I'm already seeing is we definitely bigger into the wheel wells now. So maybe just for test purposes, I may throw a couple more magnets in underneath this body, just so I don't get a whole lot more of a rubbing issue. You already see I already have 3 underneath there now, and that's only because I don't want to trim up anymore. My previous builds, I had to remove my bumper off my K5. And I'm definitely trying to keep my bumper and all that stuff. So This rear as well. Shouldn't be a problem as much in the rear as far as the front. This front looks like we're gonna definitely right in here, more so than the trenchers we're doing. Not to mention, I believe this is a different offset as well. Yep. But yep, let's get over to Mount Richmond and see how she does. Stay tuned. Okay, we back at Mount Richmond. We got Echo. This is my Gladius build, 160 millimeter. I did put magnets in the front and rear, raise up that body a little bit. Let's get it. I'm gonna go right for my hardest line, A-frame. On my tire testing, I like to go straight there. Again, excuse my camera work, man. This mount situation is driving me insane. Take it through this wood over here. So far so good, man. These seem super grippy. I could definitely hear them too, conforming. Definitely gotta put those bands in the front. Help with that right there. But these shocks are pretty dialed in. Let's take it over Bedrock Bay. Yeah, so far, man, these tires are pretty good. Definitely have to see how they do outside on the rocks. Use my HOG real quick, but let me just see how she does going this way. Because generally right here, these tires like to spin out a lot over here. Burn in and then they look for the grip. Like that. That was very minimal. Oh yeah. Yeah, so overall, man, definitely love the tire. I'm excited to try the other one now. I did grab 2 sets of the Butyl rubber tires, and the other ones are a 1.3, but they're a pretty big 1.3. And it looks like I'm gonna have to get a bigger rim. Hey! HOG. That's a pretty stuff. Steep decline right here. I owe it to you guys just to make sure, show you that it can be done. There you go, guys. DJ Crawler. I'm not sure exactly what the name on them, but I think on the website it says something like Recon or Rainforest or something, but they're definitely made from butyl rubber compound. 55 by 22. And I gotta say, definitely, it's a win. I'm excited to try them out on the rocks. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Again, thank you so much for everybody, all my supporters, all my viewers. More content to come. Thank you.